Captain Edmund Harrow-Personal Journal, entry number 2, 17th November 1916. Beatball Sector, the captured line. 2 days since the push, and the world has turned on its head. Or perhaps it's always been upside down, and we've only now noticed. We advanced at first light yesterday, expecting the usual hail of lead and the clatter of Maxims, but nothing came. No shots from the parapet, no flares arching up to betray us. The fog had thinned, just enough to see the wire torn open in places, as if something had clawed through rather than cut. But the trench beyond was silent. Eerily so. I sent a scouting party ahead. Mallory and 5 volunteers. Bayonets fixed, crawling on bellies through the slurry, they returned an hour later, faces pale as the chalk, reporting that the German line, empty, abandoned, or worse, disappeared. We occupied it by noon. No resistance. The dugouts were stocked as if the Hun had just stepped out for a smoke. Tins of bully beef, ours, oddly enough, mixed with their tinned sausage. Crates of ammunition, still sealed. Even a gramophone with the needle poised on a half-played record. But no men. No bodies. In the revenants, no wounded moaning in the funk holes. Just absence. As though the entire company had evaporated into the mist. The regiment is unsettled. What began as cautious relief has curdled into something darker. Last night, around the braziers, the talk turned strange. Some joke about the Germans running home to their Fräuleins. But the laughter dies quick. Others whisper of gas. Some new kind that steals men away without a trace. I overheard Private Wilkins muttering about ghosts in the wire, his eyes darting like he'd seen them himself. And then there's the thing they found. A patrol scavenging in a collapsed sap unearthed it this morning. A lump of metal, about the size of a baseball, half buried in the clay. Not steel, not iron. Something else. Smooth as glass, cold to the touch, even near the fire, with that damned spiral etched into its surface. Fractured lines that twist inward, refusing to meet properly, like a maze designed to trap the eyes. The men pass it around at first, marveling. Officer's souvenir, Mallory called it, forcing a grin, but now it's causing trouble. The ones who handled it the longest are the worst. Wilkins started pacing the fire step at dusk, babbling about angles in the fog and how the stars are watching. He won't sit still, keeps scratching at his arms as if something crawls beneath the skin. Ellis's replacement, young Thorpe, laughed hysterically for an hour straight before collapsing into silence. Now he just stares at the relic, murmuring words that sound like no language I know. And Corporal Dunn, he went manic just after midnight, screamed that the trench walls were closing in, and then charged into no man's land, waving his entrenching tool like a madman. We hauled him back, but his eyes, they're not right, wild, unfocused, like he's seeing through to something else. Not everyone's affected. Mallory seems fine, though he avoids the thing now. I touched it briefly, felt a chill that sank into my bones, a faint hum like a distant artillery, but shook it off. or tried to. The unaffected watched the others with growing fear. Fists clench on rifles. Whispers of shell shock turn to accusations of sabotage. The tension is a live wire, sparking in the quiet. And the quiet, it persists. No guns from afar, no patrols probing our flanks. The fog lingers in pockets, heavy and watchful. I walked the line at stand 2 this morning, peering into the craters. Where the bodies? Where are they? From our push, from theirs, hundreds should litter the ground, bloated and staring. But the shell holes are empty, save for mud and water that reflects nothing but gray, as if the earth swallowed them whole, or something did. I've locked the relic in my dugout chest for now. Told the men it's off limits. Evidence for HQ. But I catch myself glancing at it, wondering what metal doesn't just rust or warm, what hands, if hands, shape that spiral. The rain has started again, pattering like fingers on the roof. Outside, the manic ones pace and mutter. The others huddle, waiting for what? This isn't victory. It's a trap we walked into blind, and whatever said it isn't wearing a pickle helm. I must report this up the chain tomorrow, if the runners can get through the fog. For now, I listen to the silence and wonder how long until it starts whispering back. Edmund Harrow, Captain.